All right. Well, we are back for Hill 2 on both the Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class and the Unlimited side-by-side class. It's going to be pretty amazing. One thing I want to do, obviously, is I'm going to highlight where we are. This is the Yukon Gear and Axle Northern Rock Racing Series, race number 1, presented by Mickey Thompson at Wildcat Off-Road Park. I want to do something real quick that we haven't had a chance to do. I'm actually going to run through a list of our sponsors, just people who support the organization. Radflow Suspension is out here, and happy to have those guys on board. A lot of the bouncers are running Radflow shocks, keeping everything nice and planted on the ground. Raceline is the official wheel of the National Rock Racing Association. SCS Gearbox, Axial Racing, Holly EFI, Mickey Thompson, Vision1RV.com, RCV Performance, the strongest axle on the planet. I personally am running the RCV Trail Series axle in my UTV. It's a new product that they actually just recently came out with.
Are you doing all this off the top of your head?
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, everything. I'll tell you guys this. The amount of preparation I told my wife that I needed for this event, I said, we were running really late. She was like, hey, we got to stop and get food. The baby's crying. He needs to get changed, the whole 9 yards. I looked at her and I said, I need to be there 10 minutes before the event starts, and we are good to go. We got here a little sooner than that, so I was excited to hear that. But
all right, well, I have a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I didn't memorize, but I did make a really fancy binder this season.
I can also give you help too. If you look at these beautiful flags that are laid out across the course.
I knew it.
I was just observing.
It comes out.
Okay.
You can leave it up here.
Yes, these beautiful flags that Clyde has put out for us to not only mark the course, but also they are a great indicator of the sponsors that support us. So glad to have those guys out here, and obviously right behind us there's some banners as well. Some of the sponsors that may not get all the attention that they always do. We got racingjunk.com, Alpha Specialties, Raceline Wheel obviously is up there, and Radflow Shocks, PRP Seats. Laser Nut makes these killer, absolutely killer. All of those flags right there, Bree. There is the living cheat sheet on course. So glad to have those here, but Laser Nut killing it with some fully laser cut and bent trophies for this year.
These things are awesome.
Every single year we have had some really cool trophies. I consider myself to be very lucky. My podcast got some of the old style trophies, so excited to have those sitting on the shelf.
Up in your,
a warm welcome from Mr. Zach Garner. How you doing, buddy? How you enjoying the race?
Oh man, I love it. It's great. Weather's nice out here. It's not overly hot.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of breeze. It's not dusty. It's
more than one
Yeah,
day.
thank goodness it's not dusty,
it's
because
not super muddy either. It's tacky.
yes, it's awesome.
It
What do you
is
want me to
drying
say?
up now.
Oh, okay. I'll
Well,
get that thing started.
we're gonna boot Zach Garner off.
I gotta be close.
I guess we should go start the race.
Yeah, it's time to race, and we're going to be kicking things off with our Rock Life Off-Road UTV stock class, hill number 2. A little different.
Michael says we need to get going because he doesn't need to work on his suntan anymore.
That's right.
I think I'm
It
getting
is.
a nice, healthy right arm.
Yeah, my right arm will have the nice farmer's tan.
Matt New got the limo, got the grocery getter, gonna hit it in the 4-seater. Not his best idea.
Clyde, are they running the same hill for the stock class? Or is it one over? Yeah. Okay.
It's between the yellow tape, right? Okay.
All right, so I'm looking here for the UTV stock class. A little bit of change of pace on the hill. As previously, it was just kind of dugout ruts on these ledges, but we're going to add a little bit of rock there at the top. It's going to be a little bit more complicated. Now, I'll tell you this. I did get a chance to look at the Unlimited course. The Unlimited course is nasty. There's some, probably 3.5 foot tall rock ledges that the Unlimited course is going to have to go through. It's going to be pretty rough, without a doubt.
Like I said, this guy's, well, he's not that good of a driver, honestly, but, we'll let anybody that competes, that wants to compete, get in here. So.
On the line, we have Matthew New.
Why did we give Zach a microphone?
I'm not sure why we gave Zach a microphone, but I'll tell you this. Anybody that's willing to come out here is definitely a driver. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud that these guys are out here because I belong behind the mic and not behind the steering wheel on these courses. Some of these guys are made of steel. I'm made of aluminum. I'm a little softer than they are. I don't have the nerves for some of these hills.
There's a lot of stuff made of aluminum out here.
Aluminum is strong.
It's just fine.
I'm just not 70-79 aluminum. I'm more like tinfoil.
Like tinfoil?
I do love trail riding though, and I do love the sport, so I'm happy to be here at Wildcat Off-Road Park.
Well, and it should be noted that anything Zach says should be taken with a grain of salt. 5 grains of salt.
Absolutely. And Matthew New leaves the line for the beginning of Hill 2 in our stock class, and wow, I mean, that kicker off the top of that entry hill into an immediate hairpin turn there,
Yes.
it's been
That
shocking.
corner has definitely been rough on a few folks today.
But I can tell you this, Matthew New is driving the wheels off that thing now. It seems like he took it a little easy on Hill 1, and it's Hill 2, and he's ready to party.
Hey, it's fun seeing a 4-seater out here. You know, adding in our Rock Life Off-Road stock class has really just like opened up, you know, the opportunities in new ways for people. So, and Matthew New is one of our new drivers
Ironic.
today.
Looks like he just slipped out of gear there. No breakage though.
So you'll notice that they, as this is Hill 2,
Looks like
they're now going up to the left of where they went up on Hill 1.
it looks like he's actually having some issues staying in gear.
But he got a finish out of it.
That's all you need right there for race day.
64.862.
Man.
That's a 64.862. And
What's
the
up, Kyle?
fastest
Glad to have you
time
back
on
watching
Hill
with
2.
us. And
We have a
Kathy,
leader.
thank you. I hope the quality, let's see, from what I can tell, it's
Time
looking
for some of that all
head and
good
shoulders
racing.
above what it was
We got
last
Wade
time. So
Good
hopefully it stays that
lined
way
up.
and we don't have any more satellite issues.
On the line, we have Wade Good, and I just want to say too, we just got an awesome breeze roll in here. I really don't think
Yeah.
that you could
Oh, no,
ask
I was
for better
already-
weather. I'm sorry?
I was already here.
Oh, gotcha. There it is. Oh, got it.
Whoa.
Sorry, I had my caffeine earlier.
That's okay. I'm about to crack mine open for Hill 2, and Wade Good, he went the wrong way.
Oh,
So,
no.
you know, maybe he's trying to give these guys a little bit of a
Things are
better
not
chance.
good out there on the course right now.
He's got to level the playing field. He was fast on Hill 1, so it's going to add a few more seconds for everybody on Hill 2.
Now, he did what, it was the stock class, right, that he hit a flag?
That's correct.
Yeah, so he hopefully is going to be watching those finish line flags pretty carefully out the top this time.
I will say this, he's not leaving anything out there.
0.4 miles before he started today. So if you're going to break them in right.
I'm not sure if you guys were able to hear that, but Zach Garner just shared that that machine, before starting the race today, had 0.4 miles on it. Now, I know a lot of time people have a hard time believing that people bring new machines out here, but let me tell you right now, that is, woo, that's quick.
736 Wade Good.
Cash showing
Congratulations on
some
his
support
recent adoption by
there
Chris
for
Hickman.
Wade.
And what we're seeing here is actually an e-motorcycle. I was corrected. I thought it was an e-bike, but e-bike has pedals. So Cash Lickroy, one of our bouncer and UTV drivers, makes his way around the racetrack when he's not racing with a little Segway e-motorcycle there. Those are
It's
super
weird how
cool.
It's like quiet. It's like
It's electric motor.
all the time.
Now,
It's cool.
we have Mr. Kai Clothier, I believe, on the line. Yes, Clothier. Now, this is the Sneaky Pro XP, the one that looks like an X3 from the back, but it is all Polaris, and he lets it hang. Polaris has a particular sound, Can-Am has a sound, and so does Yamaha. So it's really cool to see them all. You can kind of tell by hearing them what they are, even though that one right there is a sharp-looking Pro XP, and wow,
Nice.
just let it
That's
go.
a way to make sure that you don't lawn dart off the rock. And this is Kai's second time racing with us. He got in on the action at Windrock. Glad to see him back out here again.
I tell you what, he's looking good.
This is looking like a very quick run for Kai.
Hang time, he's looking fast.
Now, I'll say this, as a Polaris guy, Kai's machine has a really deep sound to it. I'm not sure what exhaust he's running there, but super
That's a
deep.
44,524 for Kai.
I said 44,524.
That'll put Kai in first place out of 3.
What's up, Camp? And I will tell them. Kyle, we sure do miss our Dave Z. I don't know what he's got going on for sure this year, but hopefully we'll see him out here at some point.
I'm happy.
I'm definitely happy to have Jesse out here so that I'm not talking all by myself.
Yeah,
at this
absolutely.
table.
I was going to say I'm happy to be out here, but I am definitely not a Dave Z replacement for sure.
Oh,
Clint
yes, you
Garrison. Clint Garrison out here in the Yamaha YXZ. Or is it? Yeah, YXZ, not XYZ.
I know. Every time you say that, I'm like, my brain tries to
just slightly incorrect there. But that Yamaha, again, is a manual transmission that runs off a clutch with the foot and paddle shifters. Now, something super cool, he's got a passenger in there.
I see that.
And I wonder if that's his girlfriend that always is at races with him. I would imagine that's probably her. And
That thing sounds like a little Hornet.
yeah, I'll tell you what, he is letting it absolutely go. The rev limiter.
Found that rev limiter.
Yeah, the Yamaha can find that rev limiter pretty quickly, being a manual transmission. So Clint is just letting it all hang out and just banging that rev limiter.
He's done awesome in this thing. Both Hill 1 and now Hill
50.233. 50.233.
Put him in second place.
Garrison.
I really enjoy seeing different machines out here. That's one of the cool things about the Bouncer is since they're completely one-off machines, I know that we're getting closer to having production Bouncers, but as of right now, they're pretty much all one-off, and everyone has a different flavor. Everyone's got a different chassis kind of bend to it. Everything looks a little different, feels different. I personally love seeing that, and it's cool to see a Yamaha out here. Casey Howell takes off the starting line. Oh, nice save there.
A little way good. Come on, Casey. Let's go. You still in it?
Casey looks like that initial two-wheel action may have kind of put him a little bit of nerves. A little bit of nerves into him. We're seeing him taking a little bit more of a conservative spot here. But again, like I said earlier, sometimes smooth and conservative is fast because they say just that, smooth is fast in racing. Now, I said that the last time that he came out, his
59.093 is his time.
Like I said that last time. Coming out of the top there, he had a little bit of sputtering. There's something obviously going on with that engine. Hopefully that'll get sorted out before tomorrow if he's going to run tomorrow. Because when you're running the bounty lines, you don't want to have engine problems. You need every bit of horses you can have. That one last pony will make all the difference between make it or break it.
Dwayne, yes, a Hans device, I believe, is required in all of our classes. One of the safety requirements.
Yep, and it's one of the most essential safety devices for sure. Brandon Davis on the line, Mr. Consistency himself. We're getting the race course cleared, and he is off.
Making that corner nice and smooth.
I love watching that suspension work.
That's like the perfect view coming this way too, as they're coming across.
Absolutely, just slinging the rear end out there.
Making that little thing go.
It does seem so little, doesn't it?
does.
And I think it's because Brandon Davis and a few select others. I know Tim Cameron for a while. Will Bell is one of our regular drivers. They all run the stock Bighorns. Now, you're going to take a big hit in durability with those tires, but they're lightweight. They just seem to work.
43.548 for Brandon. Should be Sean. Oh. Actually, I believe I heard Sean Dowdy had broken something earlier, so that means it is Dan Carter on the line. Dan the man himself.
So while Dan Carter is on the line, and again, every time I look over and see that full body, I just think about how much abuse that chassis has had and just how much pain that chassis has seen. It has been put through its paces, to say it kindly. Because Dan Carter's making short work of this course. Yeah, it seems like everyone has had a two-wheel experience in this race course, whether it's in a turn, a rut, or coming out the top. You're going to get on two wheels, you're going to get sideways, and that's what makes racing a good time.
46.430.
46.430, Dan Carter.
So, Paul Wolf.
Now, I'll say this too. The park between Hill 1 and Hill 2, the park has kind of thinned out just a little bit. Looks like folks went out and started trail riding while they're here, and it's remarkably quiet. It's kind of strange.
Especially after last weekend's experience.
I would agree with you.
Right down by the starting line.
Paul Wolf had a really close call with that first turn there, almost, in a bad spot. But those Can-Ams being 72 inches wide and absolutely just floating on the top of those rocks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just the wide cars, Polaris is all 64 inch and Can-Am is all 72, or has the 72 inch option. Excuse me, let me rewind my words there. The Turbo S is 72 and the Can-Am has a 72 inch option, but the regular XP platforms are all 64 inches, and I can tell you that having that 72 inches in a course like this makes a huge difference, just like we saw Paul Wolf laying down a huge race right there, or huge run rather.
41.488 for Paul.
41.488.
Yeah,
now, that's first place.
The lower stance and the wider chassis definitely makes, you can just see on the corners, how you have so much more confidence, it seems like, going
Absolutely.
into your corners.
Absolutely. Now, you'll see this here, in this course in particular, it really shines because, we've got a really healthy balance. The debate for course design and course all that stuff is always a topic of discussion. On the line, I believe...
is this Kurt? No? Who is this? We already had... Alright, this is Curtis Lemon. He got skipped in our lineup earlier.
What's the time for Brandon Davis?
This is the last racer in the stock class.
I didn't write it.
Okay, that's okay. Curtis Lemon on the course in his red Pro XP. Now here's a good example. The Pro XP, oh buddy, rough landing. The Pro XP is a 64-inch machine, so it's a little bit more narrow. Gonna have a little bit more issues in the curves and stuff like that, but being a little bit thinner, it can kind of weasel its way through things a little bit better. So pros and cons to both. I think today's course is a 72-inch wide course for sure.
Once you have some sharp turns and you add in hills and ruts with it, 53.556 for Curtis.
Hey Clyde, can you give me Brandon Davis's time?
53.556.
43548. I believe that wraps up our stock class. Let me move the paper around. We'll run the other.
All right, that is the end of Hill 2 for our Rock Life stock class. We are going to move into the RCV Unlimited
So
series.
I'll tell you this, because of our fancy technology we have incorporated in this race, I'm going to give you the unofficial times for Hill 2, and then I'll give you the unofficial times for both Hill 1 and Hill 2, which it should be the unofficial results for the race day. So on Hill 2, in first place, we have Paul Wolf with a 41.4, Brandon Davis in second with a 43.5, and then Kai Clothier with a 44.5. So there's your top three for Hill 2. Now, I can actually have the ability here to give you the fastest times for the day overall, and it looks like, and again, unofficial, don't hold us to it, this is from the times that we have via the radio. It looks like for the day, with Hill 1 and Hill 2 times combined, first place is going to be Paul Wolf with an 84.364. Brandon Davis looks like he's going to take the second spot with an 89.217, and then rounding out the podium in third place is going to be our good friend Clint Garrison with a 106.531. I'm going to go ahead and do the top five while we're here. In fourth place, it looks like it'll be Dan Carter with a 108.518. And then in fifth place, Curtis Lemon with a 114.739. So really great day of racing. Our top guys were within 2 seconds of each other, 3 seconds right at, and definitely a stout lineup for that top three for sure. A couple of regulars, to say the least. But I'll tell you this right now, we are going to go ahead and line up for Hill 2 in the Unlimited Series. Excited for those guys. But just one more time, I want to give a big congratulations to Mr. Paul Wolf, Brandon Davis, and Clint Garrison for rounding out today's podium for the UTV stock class.
Is that Zach? Zach Whitehead?
No.
Is that Wade?
So the order was a little mixed up in the UTV stock class according to my sheet, but I know Mr. Zach Whitehead is in a blue, and has blue panels on his chassis.
Maybe it's Wade. It's got to be one of these guys. We'll find out.
We will find out. Now, again, one more time, because I know you guys are probably not tired of hearing it. Today is the Yukon Gear and Axle Northern Rock Racing Series race number one, excuse me, presented by Mickey Thompson Tires at Wildcat Off-Road Park. Excited to have everybody here. I think we're just getting everything timer-wise, course-wise, all sorted out for the UTV Unlimited Hill 2 for the Cup Series. As always, if you're just joining us or if you haven't chimed in for the day, chime in with us. Come hang out. Let us know that you're hanging out with us, whether it's just saying hello, telling us where you're from or what you're doing. It's always a good time to hear from our fans. Now, I think actually I haven't done this today, and I wanted to do this. Wildcat Off-Road is pretty notorious for two things. Obviously hosting these massive races on the hills behind us, but also the terrain around here is pretty unique to the area, or well, to my area at least. They have a trail here called the Jurassic Park Trail, or the Jurassic Trail.
I've never gotten to go out on the trails here.
I haven't either, and I didn't get to bring my machine because we brought the baby.
So
but
whose UTV are we going to commandeer after the race?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna find one with keys in it, and we're gonna go from there. Yeah, I'm looking down there. I think Brandon Davis has a 2-seater. Doesn't look like there's another seat in there, but either way, we'll go figure this out. But they have a trail here, and I watched a video of it online. Wanted to highlight it. It really is crazy. It looks like you're almost going into prehistoric times. Giant rock faces, trails just weaving through the woods with these 100-foot tall rock faces. It's really, really cool. Now, I do know that there was an endurance race here 2 years ago, and during the endurance race they ran through the Jurassic Park Trail, and there was a photographer that captured some beautiful photos of all those machines coming through that section. Big rock faces, very, dino, Paleolithic age. It's very, very cool. So a little bit of a history nerd, a little bit of a science buff, and very cool to see that kind of thing. And there's tons of trails here at Wildcat. I'm pretty bummed I didn't get to bring my machine up here. Yeah. But like I said, I'm super stoked to have my family here. But next time. I will say this. I will be definitely bringing my machine to Hawk Pride in August. That's going to be a big one because Hawk Pride has a ton of trails. I've never ridden there, and I'm never. I think we're going to build some more jumps for tomorrow too. Wow! So we just got word from Clyde that we're thinking about building some more jumps for tomorrow. Now, where they're going to put those jumps could be right on the start line. So you're going to come out of the gate swinging. Very, very cool. If they got a motor, they might not get muddy over that mud. So the goal here is to build a jump over the mud. So the goal here is if you have enough horsepower, you're going to clear the mud, and if you're not, you're going to be a little dirty after that run. Yeah, you can give it your best, I'll tell you that. I know that there's a handful of drivers that may not have the horsepower to clear it, but they're going to give it everything they've got for sure.
They're just going to put on a show then.
That's our favorite kind of race day right there, full of shows.
Jody Ford said the endurance race was awesome. Beautiful park. Camp says to run the trail that goes on top of the mountain that looks over the lake.
That's awesome.
And Ethan, to answer your question, he says, how exactly does it work that Timmy lost 4 seconds from someone walking through the timers? So what happened was Timmy finished. He got his time of 39 point whatever. It flashed on the screen, and Clyde even said it to us and over the radio. And then somebody went through, crossed the beam again, and it made a new time. So then
it basically
happened so fast. It threw Clyde off. It happened so fast that then it looked like that was Timmy's time.
Right.
But he had already said the other time, and it was recorded before the person, or it might have been a vehicle.
Essentially what happened.
It was the guy lined up.
So it was whoever was on the starting line. Yeah, he pulled
So
across
Timmy came
before.
through, got a 39, and the vehicle that was on the line, it broke the initial starting beam, so it started the time again, and it just continued to add time on to Timmy's time. So we got that sorted out. We have record of it being the original 39 time that put him.
And that's something like Clyde talked to the three drivers.
And I told Hoback, hey, don't let nobody pull through the gate, line up.
Yeah. So Clyde talked to the three drivers that would affect.
Right.
You know, and they all said, you know, it's good. We believe you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's all good. We got that sorted out, and now we have Colton Hoback as bouncer down there at the starting gate and making sure that nobody gets a little closer than they should.
Yeah, I would not want to mess with either of the Hoback boys. They're much taller than me, and if there's anything that you learn growing up is if someone's taller than you, it's probably not going to work out in your favor. Well, bigger than you just in general, probably not going to work out for you. But that's why, you know, little people like me, you got to do things like train boxing, jiu-jitsu, everything like that.
Ooh.
So you can,
take him down either way then.
Hey, you got to be able to defend yourself and your family, right? Most people have guns, and I've just got this one.
You got two.
I'm just joking, guys. That was just a really cringy joke.
I'm on the other side, and I'm always taller than, like, you know, most other women and a lot of guys too. So I have the opposite problem.
I understand. It's power, though. So Justin Mitchell is on the line for us. Hopefully this first turn will go well.
We got Jeff Mitchell on the line.
There it is.
He's off the line and coming around the curve too. Let's see how he does. Coming around the outside. Taking that hard left.
So Zach Garner actually was on
sitting here listening to Zach
on the PA system saying jump it. But I think we've seen a couple people jump it today, and it's not gone very well for him. So probably not the best advice.
Kai Clothier might be the only one that really made it look smooth. I can't quite remember.
I
definitely had a few that were not so smooth.
Yep, absolutely. Justin Mitchell crosses the finish line.
45,192.
Awesome.
Time?
45,192. 45,192.
But one thing to note before this next driver takes off, because this driver is still in a Razor chassis, but a lot of times people ask, you know, do I need a custom chassis to come out here and do some of these things? And, you know, Kai is an excellent example, because those stock chassis, whether it be Can-Am or whether it be Razor, there are millions of dollars in engineering development into exactly how that chassis is set up. So when it does jump, it'll land right. You know, when you go off and you build your own custom chassis, there's a little less R&D built into it. You know, if you just do it together in your garage and everything looks straight, it might not be. So stock machines fly a little better than what seems that these aftermarket chassis do. But off the line, we have Mr. Casey Howell.
Casey getting that seat time today.
Absolutely.
In both classes.
So this is hill number 4 for Casey. Or, I'm sorry, hill number 3. He's doing both the unlimited and the stock class today. So there's your first look at our unlimited hill 2. Some monster boy ledges up there. Big boy ledges, and it's going to take full commitment. I actually went up there, and let's get the time here, 5:07.82. I believe that was the time for Casey. So good to have him going up there. But what I was saying about those ledges is they're about as tall as Cash LaCroix. He was like standing next to him, and I was like, from down here.
It's like 1.5 caches
Yes,
Like,
yes.
That could be our
Yeah,
liquid measurement.
75, oh, three-quarter cash.
Three-fourths of a cash?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, is that Zach Whitehead?
This is
now?
Zach Whitehead.
Okay, those other
on the
two
line.
are late entries that I did not have on my list.
Gotcha.
And that is why I was confused.
That is all right. So we're just trying to make sure the course is clear, that the timers are correct, and then Zach will get off of the start line here.
All right, Zach Whitehead.
Zach making like a really big charge downhill there, throwing a little bit of mud. It's kind of funny because some of the water that's on the upper levels of the race course has started to kind of pour down onto the lower levels here. So that's why we're starting to see actually a little bit more mud as the race goes on. I wonder if that'll have a big effect on any of these drivers. I doubt it, but...
So as we're only a few drivers to the unlimited class here, do we have any predictions? Oh, no!
Oh, here we go. It's coming back down.
Wait for it.
Zach Whitehead saves
All right,
it.
now just reverse up the hill. That
So,
would be one way to finish.
I'll tell you this. I've seen guys do it before, but again, not to pick technically on Polaris transmissions, but reverse is not always very strong in a Polaris transmission. But it looks like Zach is going to finish the hill with an awesome recovery. Now, I'll tell you this.
68192.
192.
And now I was going to say, do we have any predictions of what the fastest time on Hill 2 will be?
Yeah, it's a rough one, you guys. I was just about to say, when I went up there and kind of was looking at lines on that hill that everyone's climbing, it seems like everybody is climbing the far left side, and I'll be honest, I thought the far right side was the right line. So I guess I didn't get a good enough look at it because these guys, you know, they're running a full commitment style line there because it's a rock face that kind of shoots you in the air. So if you fully commit and you have the perfect line, you're going to be great. But I have a feeling, and I hope not, I have a feeling that we're probably going to see something go a little south on one of those ledges for somebody because they are big. And if it's not perfect, you are going to pay the consequence for it today.
Brandon! You might pretend you can't hear. Hey, Brandon. You want to come talk to us?
So
He said, oh, no.
we were able to get Mr. Brandon Davis.
But we're not right in the pits this time, so we
We
haven't
are
gotten
great.
to snag too many people.
How's it going today?
Hey, we're having a good day. Weather's turned out to be awesome, and we hope
Yeah.
it holds on, till tomorrow.
Nice.
What do you think of this unlimited course?
I think it'll be good. Just it's a momentum hill, and just hit the ledges with a little speed, and you should hop on up there.
All right. Well, Mr. Brandon Davis, any other words before we get back down there?
No, I'm about to go.
All right. Good luck. Don't be late. All right. Off the line there. It looks like Mr. Wade Good absolutely destroying the course.
He is cruising.
I can tell you that Wade really wants to have a really strong finish on this hill. What an awesome shot.
Just like Brandon said, just hit it right. Don't hop right up those ledges.
You know,
He definitely hopped right up that.
if there's someone who embodies the never lift, that run right there.
So 48,462.
48,462 for Wade.
Good.
It's a 40.462. 40.462 for Wade.
40,462.
This is like playing telephone.
40462. Okay.
I'd say all in all a pretty good time.
I'd have to agree with you. It puts him well into first place with a 5-second lead. I'll tell you this, though. He just mauled that course. Like, absolutely no forgiveness.
He came out of the gate
They're reviewing that
hauling
40.
He did.
and then just
Make
never
sure you
quit.
get any
He did.
flags.
And it looks like
That's
the...
what it takes,
to put a 40-second rundown on this course, absolutely. We have Tyler Heinzel on the course, but it looks like Wade Good actually has turned the machine off just south of the pits here, and he is doing some looking. Maybe that machine took some damage there. Tyler Heinzel is absolutely blazing through this lower section.
No!
Almost took a nap, but he's going to save it. Just perfect.
Just putting on a show.
What an awesome shot of that hill, because it really shows you that those UTV drivers are just shooting it up and one wheel will catch and just keep moving them forward. If that wheel doesn't catch, it's going to be different.
45, 412
Time to pull out your cash money
for Tyler.
on the line. Come on,
Man, this is going to be a really close pack here. We've got two 45s, a 40. We're I think we're probably going to have to see. Do we have any predictions for that fastest time of the day, Bree?
Let me restart here and reload some comments. No, nothing yet.
Okay.
All right, guys. You have seen what time? What was Wade's time?
40.
40, and that's our current fastest
Correct.
time. So, what do you think? Is he going to hang on to that, or is there going to be a faster time? What do you think it will be, and who will it be?
Can I put my 2 cents in?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give a who. I'm going to say the fastest time today is going to be a 37.5.
Okay.
I mean, but that's, you got to be on rails
I'm going
for
to
that.
say, well, I'll just say 38.4.
I like it.
So I'm gonna go
Conservative. Split the difference. It is really starting to warm up here at Wildcat Off-Road
Yes.
Park.
I feel like a rotisserie chicken.
yeah.
I start rotating.
Not not a cloud in the
sunburn.
sky. It is. You know what though? I would be happy with this every single day of the week.
Yeah.
It's not cold. It's not dusty.
It's not humid.
It's not humid. It's absolutely beautiful out here. And I hope you join us tomorrow as we continue the Yukon Gear and Axle Northern Rock Racing Series, race number 1, presented by Mickey Thompson at Wildcat Off-Road Park.
Cash LaCroix is on the line.
Now I did see, so Cash runs a specific kind of tune on his Razor buggy, and he was doing a little bit of warm-up laps over in the distance there, just in front of the start line a little bit down. There's an open area. He was getting that machine warmed up, and I'm already hearing it kind of backfiring just slightly.
I heard Tripp saying something about they were struggling with the tune.
Yeah, so when you run, and forgive me if I'm incorrect here, but I believe he's running a really high-strung E85 tune, and I mean, if there was any questions that engine was running right, Cash is showing us right now it's smooth.
I think they sorted it out.
Awesome.
Nice run.
Looking good.
Really great. That'll definitely be up in that top time.
What you got, Jeremy?
43.367. 43.367.
Should we do a top 3 rundown?
I don't know if I believe it. I think that was fast.
Alright, let's see. Roland Carcass says a 37.3. Taylor says a 37.5. Andy says somewhere in the 36 range. Anthony says Wes Keene for a 37.1. Ethan says Wade's got this hill. All right, and if there were any others, I'm sorry, I have to keep reloading the feed, and that's all I can see right now.
Absolutely. I'll tell you this, Wyatt Wilson's on the line, Test Subject Racing, a Super Grip ATV driver.
Wyatt had a tough first hill.
Yeah.
Straight up lawn dart.
I can tell you this, he's looking a little better. As always, though, Wyatt Wilson drives it like he stole it. So I'm curious to see if everything will hang on to this car. Now, I will tell you that this is a brand new car. Oh, bad luck. He takes out a flag.
Oh. Hey,
Takes
he
out-
was bound and determined not to repeat the same problem coming over that rock.
I agree, but at the cost of a flag.
That is. We've seen a lot of flag penalties today, more than usual. But
I'll say it again too. He did a really interesting cut on his tires to make them like those TSLs.
That's a 72.206.
72.206 for Wade with the flag penalty.
And so that'll show you. He would have had a time in the 40s there, and he would have had a 42, and that would have put him right now in second place. But that flag, it's just unfortunate. Just something small like that. Now, I will tell you, he took that flag for a rumble. That flag is looking a little bit worse for the wear. But
good thing we have a lot more, huh, Jeremy?
that's right. We have a surplus of flags around here, but they're definitely not indispensable for sure. So Wyatt Wilson puts a good show on for us. Lays down a little bit of an unfortunate time because of that delay. And next on the list, it looks like we have Mr. Paul Wolf.
Jackie says TC with a 39. Let's see. That's all that I've got loading here. What did I say? 38.4, I think. We'll find out.
So I can confirm that the pin for the flag that goes in the ground did not make it.
Toast.
Did not make it. So just a reminder, this is the RCV Cup Unlimited Series presented by CA Technologies. Happy to have both of those on board. RCV, strongest axle on the planet. CA Technologies is always out here with us. They have a trailer here at most of the races. And I'm pretty sure that there's parts there. You know, you can come out, put your hands on those products, and get a good look at them. CA Technologies, it's a big deal when manufacturers are here on site. So always support those guys. CA Technologies, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but when I am shopping for something, I like to see it, feel it, how heavy, how big. If it's clothes, I want to try it on.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Being able to come out and actually see these guys, and of course meeting the people behind these companies, and
they're cool guys.
Talking to them and getting to build that relationship.
Yeah, I had a little camp set up next to him just shortly ago in between the break, and I was chatting with them, having a good time, and they're really cool guys that come to hang out. So glad to have them again on site. It's a big deal when people are here on site with us. That breeze, absolutely feeling incredible. But we should take this time and do a quick top 5. How's that?
Do it.
So let me
see if we got any more predictions in here.
Get my time 2 set up here.
RCV Performance Products says awesome coverage today.
Absolutely.
Who am I talking to?
That's
Is this Ricky?
Probably Mr. Ricky B himself.
Hey, Ricky.
RCV, again, a longtime sponsor of the National Rock Racing Association, and many of the drivers out here are running the RCV products, and that should just show you exactly how strong they are. Super glad to have those guys on board. But
all right,
Paul Wolf
is hitting the course.
Just watching him absolutely skip across the top of those rocks. He's making really, really short work of this course.
And speaking of RCVs, Paul definitely is always pushing the limit, I think, with everything that he runs in his buggies.
Really,
I don't know what's happening, but I'm sure it's not the axles right now. They're the strongest ones on the planet.
Well, the tires are still spinning, but it looks like he hit a tree or a rock.
That really increased the elevation when it went slower than his chances of winning.
I can't see.
Not to mention any names, but
That front end is not pulling.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'll tell you this, it's pretty rare in a Can-Am to see the front end not pulling. It looks like both of our photographers up there are getting peppered with a little bit of love from Paul Wolf.
Oh yeah, I just got them going.
But like I said, it's really rare you see a front diff brake in a Can-Am. I know I've seen Blown Budget Off-Road. They're a great YouTube series for trail riding and great guys. Honestly, I had them on my podcast, talked to him. Justin Hove is a really cool guy to talk to. That's probably one of my favorite ones was the Blown Budget Off-Road guys. Those guys are cool. But they are the only people I've seen break a front diff, and I'm not 100% certain that's what's going on with Paul, but that front end is not pulling like you'd like.
Not
so
doing much.
A DNF for Paul Wolf is extremely rare.
That is.
And I hate to say it, but
change things up.
that unfortunately, that changes things season long too.
That's true.
Paul Wolf has been a winner of the Cup Series for,
Yep, he was our 2020 first place for the Cup Series.
And he's been winning for a long time, to be honest with you. Multiple years, but I know he is not a happy camper right now as he comes right behind the trailer here.
Well, that kind of just goes to show that anything can happen when you're racing.
That's right. By the way he pulled in the pits, he is not happy. I can verify that. You never want to come out here and have a breakage like that, especially when you're just feet from the finish line. So bad luck for Paul Wolf. He'll get a DNF.
So close.
But we still are only a little under halfway through our list. We still have a ton of drivers to come race with us.
Clint Garrison is on the line. In the old 427 Travis Skelton buggy. Does he call it something else? No?
I asked him at Windrock, and he doesn't have a name for it yet. But
the 316 buggy?
Is that his thing?
No, it's not 427. So.
It's close. Hey,
I don't know.
I like it. We'll see what sticks, but I do know that Clint Garrison is a fast driver, and that machine is very fast.
Now, he had an unfortunate
rollover
incident on the corner on Hill 1.
It looks like he's past his.
He's past that now.
He's got a new course record.
And Travis Skelton, of course, the previous owner of this buggy, came over and chatted with us a little bit earlier and said he's got a bouncer that he's been working on. So maybe we'll see him jumping in the bouncer class sometime soon. Nice, good smooth run. 45676.
45676 Clint Garrison.
Is that Cutter? Looks like it. Alright, Cutter was feeling pretty good after Hill 1. He came over and brought his peanut butter and jelly over and chatted with us while he was snacking.
Yeah, he said only goal for Hill 2 was faster.
Yes.
Now, I will add that Hill 2...
He said go faster and not break it. What did he say? Not break anything?
Something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Something very, well, I guess sensible.
Yes, very much so. But this Hill 2, it requires a lot of commitment and a lot of speed. And we did see him crawl the last one, so I'm curious how this one goes. Yeah. And as always, Cutter has our utmost support. Cutter, obviously, if you missed the Hill 1 there, Cutter's 5 years old. It's a big hill for anybody.
It's a big hill for a 25-year-old.
Absolutely.
Cutter, of course, running those Mickey Thompsons. If you heard us talking about that on Hill 1, he came to do work in his lunch money buggy.
Yeah, a very appropriate name, no doubt.
Let's go, Cutter. Let's go.
Oh, a little tippy there at the top. Coming out of it nice and smooth. Oh, yes,
good job. Good save. Mom, stand up and watch. Act like you're here to watch him run. Yeah, that's all I really want to see.
Now, Cutter already got his first rollover out of the way when we were at Windrock.
It was
Took it like a champ.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a on its side sleepy rollover. It was front over back rollover.
And he's back for more. Didn't even seem to faze him. see how little justice the camera does to this hill. But you'll just have to take our word for it. It's gnarly, guys.
More lefter, Cutter. Come on, you got this. Back down. Get it lined up.
Alright, let's see if he can get going the right direction.
Now, see, that was the line that I thought was going to be it. And there it is.
Come on,
He's
guys.
out of the hard part there. Just got to finish that hill. Absolutely
Look at him
amazing for Cutter.
Oh,
Back up, hit it again. Back up, hit it again. Cutter. Come on.
Just one last big bump he's got to get over here.
Throw your wheels out.
oh man, he's just like feet from the finish line.
Looks like that's going to be it.
Woo!
Yeah! Awesome.
Yes!
Wow.
27745
Good job.
for Cutter Wayne Sorensen.
I got to say I was grabbing my mic a little harder that time for sure.
They got a page over there.
You know he's going like pretty big guy right
Oh yeah, dude. He's the winner today. That's it.
That's right.
You know, it doesn't matter what time he got.
Yeah. How amazing was that?
Lunch money.
All right, Tyler Bradley is on the line.
Wow. Tyler Bradley on course. And again, I got to give a shout out to Cutter running those Mickey Thompson tires, brand spanking new. Still has the nipples on them. I mean, look like they haven't even been ran, but obviously there's something to that because those tires absolutely hooked up for him. He even got them hot and got them ripping and rolling, man. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Looks like Cutter just got handed a nice wad of cash too. So somebody lost some money there to Cutter. But back to who's racing. Tyler Bradley with an excellent run out of the top. We're talking about Cutter. I apologize.
48.973 for Tyler Bradley.
And Tyler, excellent run. Had just got caught up talking about Mr. Cutter Wayne. I apologize.
All right, Christy is on the line.
Our only female racer for the
Christy
day.
Hutchins, representing for all the ladies. Now, she and Paul used to have his and hers matching.
And, you know, not only his and hers, but custom his and hers.
Yes.
Hers was geared towards her height. Paul's a very tall guy, so his was actually a lot higher when it came to the cab. She had a little less room, and Paul's machine had a little bit more room, but identical parts, identical lower sections of the chassis. So performance-wise, pretty much the same. But Christy's doing an awesome job on this trail, no doubt. Here comes the hard part, and we'll get to see if she can get a good look here.
Oh, no.
Man, letting it go, though.
All right, Christy, back it up and dump it. Yeah, don't hit it with your purse. Come on now. Come on, Christy. Pretend like that.
It's just-
keeps texting Paul late at night.
I just hope that you all could hear that.
Ready?
Christy is absolutely giving it a lot of trouble here.
One more.
She's trying to a few different lines here. She tried to momentum her way up on the second ledge, but ooh, a little sideways there. It's not how you want to get on this hill for sure.
Be careful, that buggy's really top heavy.
Engine's off now, so it looks like she's either going to take a DNF for this hill or going to keep going. Looks like Christy's going to keep going. Maybe having some engine issues here, cutting off on her just a little bit.
You talked about how this is a full commitment hill, and I think that this is a good example of without the speed and momentum to pop you up over that ledge. You know,
yeah,
it's not really.
This was exactly
friendly.
Yeah, exactly the situation I was envisioning happening.
Yeah.
I hate that it happened at all. I don't wish anybody this kind of thing, but that hill is rough.
Yeah.
And this is a good example to show you. She was hitting it pretty hard and even tried to go up the line.
She's not done yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to give it another rip here. But even trying that line that Cutter took, and it's still having some issues here. So it looks like she's going to she's going to back down. She was just trying to get square earlier. So backing things back down and be a DNF for Christy, unfortunately. All right. While we have this downtime getting Christy off the race course, I'm going to go ahead and do another update on our top 5 for the hill number 2. Sitting in first place for hill 2 is Wade Good with a 40.462. Now, let me tell you this. From hill 1 to hill 2 is way harder. It's flat out. No way about it. Wade Good's time on hill 1 was 40.178. Hill 2, 40.462. Man on a mission, consistent as ever. I'm going to let Christy get by here. Second place on Hill 2 is Cash LaCroix with a 43.367. Third place is Justin Mitchell with a 45.192. Excuse me, I'm gathering some dust on the screen here. So very close, top 3 as of right now, and we're about halfway through the pack.
Bub says to Johnny Gibbs, did Cutter just get you more points than what you would have gotten?
Whoops. All right, off the line is the champion himself, Mr. Tim Cameron. Tim is sitting in first place off of Hill 1 and hoping to have a similar run for Hill 2. Man, it's crazy how sideways that machine can get. Another flawless run by Mr. Tim Cameron. You know, it's hard to be upset at that because
39.834.
39.834.
And again, let me just run something by you. Hill 1 time for Tim Cameron, 39.163. Hill 2 time, 39.834. I mean, a little over half a second difference. Amazing. Considering the difficulty between the two hills, it's amazing that they're getting almost the exact same time. Absolutely.
All right, who's out there? Is this John Radcliffe?
Threw him just a little sideways there, but doesn't seem to impede that run at all. Out the top, easy.
Did we get a confirmation on 45.740?
45.740 for him.
Ah, yes, him. Do we have an idea of the driver, Jeremy?
We have several new
Yeah,
guys
that
in
was
this class.
Brian Aubrey. I don't
Brad
trust two
Aubrey.
people with 2 first names.
It was Brad Aubrey.
Got it.
That was the previous driver.
No, this looks like Brad.
We'll get those times sorted out here, but we're just going to enjoy the racing for just the past few moments.
Okay,
This
we
is
got, like, multiple
confirmation. This
new,
is-
drivers all in a row here.
I remember Zach was sporting that nice purple. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I figured it out too.
Great minds think alike, they say. Oh, no.
Yeah, you're going to have to hit that a little faster.
Coming all the way back down, which we haven't seen somebody do yet.
Hit it faster.
Woo, that's the rough part right there.
Whoa.
A little rough ride back down, but it's all right.
'Cause he wants all the chance for some momentum as he can get right now.
They say third time's the charm, so let's see if he can get it done here. Those tires want to hook so bad.
Almost got it.
He's just completely bottomed out on the bottom there.
Are you announcing?
No.
Who's announcing?
He is down that way.
It makes me really better. I've been saying
Crying, everything else, but it's not.
he's probably trying to hear it through the radio. Bless his heart. We'll try and correct him.
All right.
116.879.
So the time for Mr. Zach Sawyers is 116.879.
Woo, yeah. All right.
All right, I think that means Travis Cooper is our next
Congratulations to Zach
contestant.
Whitehead on our trivia game earlier, and Tim Cameron. I appreciate the photo you sent in, but it was fact hunt.
Ah, yes. Travis Cooper's taking off the line here. We apologize. Bree and I actually were both just kind of taking in the scenery here, taking a moment to watch what was going on.
There's so much to see.
It wasn't until I looked back at the camera that I realized that you guys were getting a good look at us, just enjoying everything here. But Travis Cooper is absolutely ripping up this course, no doubt. Oh, and it died on him right on the edge of that rock. That's now that is what you need to get up there.
That's violent.
Man, just bouncing all over the place. So Mr. Travis Cooper just finished.
46.488. Travis.
46.
Brandon Davis is on the line.
I don't know if you guys could tell on the live feed there, but he was destined to get out of the top as fast as possible. He was just letting it bounce everywhere, throw himself around. Travis will be a little sore off that one.
All right, Brandon, let's see what you got.
I can hear, we mentioned earlier that Brandon is running a little bit of a smaller tire, those factory bighorns it looks like. And I could hear from over here that the trailing arms or some suspension components rather, they were making some contact with the ground. And it's never a nice sound when you hear rock and metal meet.
feel that great either.
Normally goes directly to the spine. Just the right amount of throttle, and he landed just right. Got himself up there.
It's almost like he's done this a few times.
Absolutely. Now, I will say we do have Mr. Cutter Wayne waiting in the wings for us. So, in just a few minutes, we're gonna get
44.251 for Brandon.
Absolutely.
You want to come talk to us for a sec?
Yep. Come on up here, Cutter, because we've got
We'll stand between them.
another driver on the line here. But while we're waiting for the name of the driver on the line, we've got Cutter Wayne up here. It's Cutter.
What's up, buddy?
Cutter,
Hi.
let me tell you, man, I don't think there's anybody out here that's more proud of you than I am, because that is a killer hill. Well, how did it feel going to climb that big ledge?
Really cool
Very cool.
and scary.
Did you ever get over being scared, or by the time you got up there, because you just laid it out when you had to get up that last ledge?
When the time I got off the hill, when I just went on the flat ground, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in the woods.
Let's go.
That's a good place to shoot for it, no doubt.
Fast.
Hey, it worked, didn't it, buddy? You got out the top.
I was hitting it.
Now, on course right now,
Slamming on the ground. I was trying to go because stop it.
Now on the course right now, we have Mr. Adam Coots, and it looking like he's got some kind of, I don't know if it's an engine issue, trans issue, but
It's a little stop and go out there.
a little bit. Cutter, we're gonna catch up with you just as soon as. Oh man, it looks like you might have a broken left axle. Just doesn't look like it's all fours pulling here. Oh wow.
It might be more than that.
Looks like the whole left side's not pulling. So we'll see what Mr. Coots is doing, and then we'll jump back to our interview here with Cutter Wayne in just a second. All right, Mr. Coots is coming off the hill. We're back with Cutter Wayne. Dude, again, you climbed that crazy hill. Was there anything you did to get ready? Like, were you at the bottom telling yourself that you can do it? Or what were you thinking before you started making that last climb?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? You're just thinking, I got to do this pretty good. I like it. So how do you feel after this? Are you excited for the next race?
Yeah.
What kind of course do you like more? Do you like something like we did today, or do you like Windrock?
I like Rock.
You liked Windrock
You
better?
like the really big hills?
Why not this stuff? You seem to do better here today.
You
No
like
comment?
a really steep hill?
Huh?
Do you like a really steep hill? A really big hill? No?
Looks like
We made.
Do you like jumps?
it's going fast.
Yeah.
I better watch
My
it.
dad made a jump at the house. I told you guys earlier.
I think Wes Keene in this run, Wes has been on 3 wheels more than he has 4. Absolutely crazy, laying it out there, trying to get a fast time going. And we'll be back in just 1 second with Cutter. We're going to watch the end of Wes's run and jump back to Cutter. Wow.
And
Wes Keene,
is a
out the
wild
top.
man behind the wheel. There is no question about that. All right, Cutter, what do you want to say to all of your fans out there?
Yeah, that's a 3-7,
Mickey Thompson,
8-6-8-3,
Because I
7,
really need to thank
8-6-8.
Mickey Thompson for my really good tires.
Yeah. They got you up that hill pretty fast, didn't they? Do you want to tell everybody anything else?
That I had a really awesome time and it was really fun.
There you have it, folks.
A really awesome time and a lot of fun. Mr. Cutter Wayne, thank you for coming up here, buddy. And I can't wait to see you. You're going to be here tomorrow? I can't wait to see you tomorrow, man. You're going to have a great time.
My dad's gonna race tomorrow.
Very exciting.
I mean, not my dad.
Your dad's buggy's going to get raced tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Justin's racing it.
Justin. What's it? You know Justin's last name?
I think it's Justin Cole.
Okay, gotcha.
Talking to a recap.
Absolutely. So just a little quick
You want to hang out
recap.
with us up here while we do our top 5
Yeah, for sure. I
from
actually.
the hill, or do you want to head? You don't have to stay up here if you don't want to.
I do.
Okay, all right. Cutter Wayne's going to stay up here in front of the camera. We're going to, very soon here, we're going to start handing out this hardware from Laser Nut. Very cool laser cut parts and bent. Has all the sponsors on it and has the class and the place that they won.
Did you see these yet, Cutter?
Yeah, this is what you're shooting for, my man. Very, very cool
trophies,
laser nut trophies. Now, while you're up here, I'm going to do a quick run through the top 5 as of right now. It looks like we're going to have a few more drivers coming out here, just depending on time and things like that, whether or not they got their vehicles repaired from the DNFs. First place with a 37.868 on Hill 2 is Wes Keene. Second place is a 39.834 held by Tim Cameron. And third place is 40.462 held by Mr. Wade Good. And Cash Lee Croy sitting in fourth while Brandon Davis is rounding out the top 5. Exciting stuff.
So what was Wes? 37 what?
37.868.
All right.
And
didn't you say 37 something?
37.5 was my guess. So I'm a little under, but definitely fast times today. And again, we're joined here by Mr. Cutter, who's really enjoying seeing himself up there. But I'll tell you this. What are you going to do next race? Because I think the next one is in Bikini Bottoms. Are you guys going to be there for that one?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Okay. I think you're going to do great there.
He's got a busy life, okay? He has
Hey.
kindergarten. He's got, I don't know. What, do you have to do chores at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of chores do you have to do? You
I
take out the trash?
sometimes.
Yeah.
We don't have a trash can there, but we have a trash can in the house. We put it in there, but we don't have a garbage can. We put it in the fire.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
So, kindergarten, chores, racing. I mean,
Yeah, just
family life.
casually
There's
racing.
only so much he can squeeze into his schedule.
There's one crazy thing that I need to tell everyone about my house.
Okay, whoa, how crazy is it?
really
we have Cutter's mom just off to the side here.
It's super crazy.
All right, let us know. What is it?
Think Mickey Thompson?
He did.
Yeah.
And why I need to say this is because there was a house beside our barn.
Yeah? What was it doing there?
All right. Well, I will say this. I got to give you some props, man. Those Mickey Thompson tires, they were absolutely hooking. Really cool that you made it up. Now, I'll tell you this, too. You know how you went to the right when you were up there, and rather than going up that big ledge, I thought that was the way to go. I'm glad you did it because you went out there and you put on a good show for us, too, man. Very excited you made it out the top. Again, probably the only people that are more proud of you than I am are those two people right there, and those are your parents. So we're super stoked to have you up here, buddy, for sure. I can't wait to see you race again.
Yeah.
Anthony West had a 37.8, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, you were close.
Top 3, unofficial, West, Tim, Wade.
Yep, that's what we got here. How many drivers do we have left? Are we done?
For both.
We're done. All right. Well, that's it. So really quickly, I'm going to actually do quick.
Yeah, we have some trophies to go give away now.
For the points overall for the cup is...
For both hills.
Okay.
Wes, and then Timmy, and then Wade are going to be taking home some trophies today.
That looks right.
On the podium.
Yeah, congratulations to those three. And
Cutter's excited
a
about
bigger
it.
congratulations to my friend Mr. Cutter for finishing both hills today. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, what time are we starting in the morning?
And I can't wait to see you next time.
Between 9:30 and 10. We'll shoot for 9:45.
All right, we're planning on 9:45 Eastern time tomorrow. We have UTV Bounty, we've got bouncers, and we have the RC class. So another full day of racing. Y'all be sure to check back with us in the morning, and I guess we'll see you then.
Yeah, and just to wrap it up one last time, this was the Yukon Gear and Axle Northern Rock Racing Series, race number 1, day 1, presented by Mickey Thompson at Wildcat Off-Road Park. Thanks for joining us, everybody.